Generational curse is really causing a lot of problems into people's life. Let's look at how generational curse it came. I know you that you are watching me, you have a generational curse in your family. Me too, I have my own. So let's look at how it came. Our forefathers in the olden days, they know nothing like Christianity. They know nothing like Holy Ghost or prayers. So whenever they need help, you that you are watching me right now, if you need help, you have to consult your God. You pray to God so that God will give you solutions. So same applies to our forefathers. When they need help, they consult their gods for the gods to help them. So most of their family members they travel afar to seek for protection for the family. There are some family members they keep dying just like that. There are some family members they have money, but whenever they give birth, then the child will die. A whole lot. So they try their possible best to find solutions to those problems so that this problem they are facing would end. So most of them they seek for that problem, and the spirit also told them that the kind of ritual they're supposed to do every year or every 6 months, the ritual they're supposed to do. This ritual is what's really giving the spirits or the gods energy so that they continue to guide the family or they continue to protect the family, or even maybe it's the money that the family members were seeking for. The ritual that the family members will be doing, that is what will give the gods energy for that, so that they will continue to give the family members money, protection, long life, and all that. So it got into a point in time that when the family, the forefathers, they seek for that protection, that money, that direction, the gods will also see request for a ritual that is supposed to be done every year. So as you know, as time goes on, death is part of our life, so they will die. And most of the family members too, they will travel to different places and they will live over there, migrate to different places, they will die over there. So it got to a point in time that the rest of the family members are somewhere working on their own, finding money to survive. So those people who seek for the rituals or the help are dead. So the rest remaining don't know how the rituals is supposed to be done. So do you get my point? So they don't know how the ritual is supposed to be done. So for that matter, if they stop doing the rituals, let me break this down for you to understand. If you take someone into your house as a caretaker and you stop paying that caretaker, it will get in point that caretaker can take you to police station or a court. So that's how the spirituality, that's how it happens. So if your forefathers, our forefathers, stop doing those rituals because they are dead, and we those at the back, we don't know how the ritual is supposed to be done. So for that matter, the spirit will begin to torment us. So that's how the spirit also will start doing. Uh, if you stop doing the ritual things, that the necessary things that's supposed to be do for the gods to get the energy to continue to guide the family members, they will stop guiding. They can stop guiding the family. They can stop providing for the family. Then they turn against the family and be hunting the family members. So there are some family members, the year that they will bury someone, that same year someone also will die, or the next year someone also will die. There are some family members, the sickness that killed someone in that family, that same year that sickness too will kill someone in the family, because the spirit is trying to it's trying to take a revenge. Let me put it that way, trying to take a revenge, because you people have seek for help from that spirit to provide to guide you people, and you people have stopped guiding giving the rituals to the spirit. So for that matter, the spirit will also begin to take a revenge, and that will be what the spirit is requesting for. It might be a death, it might be a sickness, it might be lack of favor to travel, it might be barrenness. So that's how it happens. So someone will say that why is it that something that our forefathers did that I don't know anything about, they went for something that I don't know anything about, why am I facing these consequences? One thing that you need to know is that when they go and seek for that protection, maybe it's the money that they went to seek for the family, maybe the family members are not giving birth, they went to seek for help. So for that matter, they will say that we are seeking for this help for all our generations. You get my point? They will say we are seeking for this help for all our generation. So for that matter, you have enjoyed the goodness from the spirit. So the badness things too, you need to enjoy it. When I pour water over here right now and I put electric wire into the water, The electric energy will generate from this point to the other point. That is how it works. So the negative energies or the consequences that the family members will begin to face, you must also face them. It doesn't matter whether what do you call it, you are aware of it or you are part of it or you are innocent. No. And you need to know that in the spirituality, demons and spirit doesn't know anything about forgiveness. So they don't know whether you are innocent, they don't know whether you are aware, they don't know whether you have enjoyed some or you have not enjoyed some. So far as you are from that family, you must face the consequences also. So you shouldn't say that you are not aware or you are not part of it. No, that is how it works. So you get to a point in time that even if you go into if the consequences begin, even when you go to the church, please go and sleep over there. Still, the thing will affect you. Whether it's a death, you will still die. Go and sleep into the mosque or the church, a prayer camp. If it is a sickness, still that sickness must attack you, because one thing that you need to know is that when our forefathers seek for that protection, that help from the gods or the spirits, but that particular time is a covenant which went on between our forefathers and then the spirit. It's a covenant. So for that matter, God stepped aside so that whatever you people, our forefathers went to seek for, it can take place. So God will step aside, and that spirit is what will come and take over in the family and begin to torment anybody in the family when the rituals are not made for the gods. So that's how it happens. And uh, when the spirit also begin to torment some people in the family, it will extend to whosoever. So me, if the spirit begins to torment me, and I got married to someone in a different family, uh, that spirit tormenting me will also continue to torment my children. And if my wife too doesn't have any powerful protection, that spirit also will conquer that wife, my wife. Yeah, that's how it happens. And for that matter, you don't know how you don't have any possible ways to rescue yourself unless you go and do the necessary things to sign yourself out. The whole family, you cannot do it for someone unless you yourself you take a bold decision and then you seek for powerful people to lead you so that you can sign yourself out from that bondage. Either than that, it begin to torment you no matter how. So you cannot just say that you are just doing fasting and prayers to break the generational curse. No, it doesn't happen that way. No, it doesn't happen that way. You cannot just use a prayer to break a generational curse unless you do the necessary things that's supposed to be done for the rituals or for the gods before you can rescue yourself, because it's a covenant, and that covenant God has stepped aside. Anything which went on between a man and a woman or between two people, which any agreement that will, so the Bible even said that whatever will be bind on this earth, God will bind it in heaven. Whatever will be bind in heaven too, God will bind it. Whenever will be tied on this earth, God will also tie it up in the heaven. So whatever any agreement that will be what that will go on between two people, God also take it effectively. So for that matter, if that agreement goes on between a human being and a deity or a spirit, now it belongs to that spirit. So God will step aside so that the spirit can take its responsibilities. So that's how most of the times it really happens. So it begins to torment anybody, and that spirit will become a familiar spirit in the family. The family has been tormenting, the spirit has been tormenting the family members for a very long years. So the spirit has become a familiar spirit, meaning the spirit knows anybody in the family. So no matter where you are, the spirit will begin to or will continue to torment you. So to take yourself out from a generational curse, you need to do the rituals, or you need to do what you're supposed to do for the gods before they be comfortable. Then they leave you so that you'll be free. And you get to know that before you can set yourself free, there are some people, they keep saying that I'm a Christian, so I will not offer any sacrifice. I will not offer any rituals. My Bible doesn't tell me that. My Christianity life doesn't tell me that, so I'll never do that. My brother, let me tell you, my sister, let me tell you something. If you go to the hospital and they give you, because already you know that alcoholism is not good as a Christian, you know it's not good. But when you go to the hospital, what if the doctor gives you a medication and asks you to take the medication, use an alcohol? or as a herb that you're supposed to use an alcoholic drink to take that medicine, would you tell me that that one too is a sin? No, because you are using that one to gain your health. So you think that one is okay. Then if that one is okay, then that's the same way that they said give what's supposed to be given to Kaiser, give it to Kaiser or whatever. They say something like that. So that's how it is done. So if you want to set yourself free from the generational curse, no matter if you were a Christian, you have to do necessary things for the gods, for the spirit, so that you set yourself free. You are not going to bow down to serve the spirit, and you are not going to serve the spirit. You are just going to do the necessary things so that you can set yourself free. Either than that, continue to torment you. So after you are speaking about the what our ancestors also did, our forefathers did, look at this one too. There are some people too, they got married to a certain lady. They got married to a certain lady, and you are mistreating the lady. Maybe okay, let me put it this way. Someone raped a certain girl. My family member raped a certain girl. I'm just using a sample example. My family member raped a certain woman, and the woman was not ready to have sex with my family member, and my family member forced that lady to have sex with that person. And for that matter, anything that that lady would say as a form of curse to haunt that my family member, no matter what, if that family member of mine dies, that spirit will come into the family to continue to torment anybody in the family. One thing that you need to know, after I've said the earlier one, that the spirit doesn't know anything like forgiveness. It doesn't know anything like forgiveness. So my father, or let me say, my relative, has raped someone, and that lady that my family member raped cursed that my family member. That's even when my family member dies, and they didn't do anything. That spirit will continue to haunt the family members. So if it's a curse, or let me say, if it's a death, the family member, that spirit will begin to continue to be killing a lot of people in the family. If it is a sickness, that spirit will begin to spread sickness to the family members in the family, depending on whatever that woman said. That's how it works. That's how most of the generational cases. That's how it came. Yeah, and some people too, they went to seek for help somewhere that they need a baby. They need a baby, and the spirit helped them to get a baby. And after the spirit helped them to get a baby, the spirit told them that every year you need to bring the child for sacrifice. You need to, how do I put it? Sorry, for some rituals, so that the spirit will continue to guide the child. But the family members will say no. The child is now grown. We will not take the child to any ritual places for any sacrifice or anything. But that's what the spirit requires, that you're supposed to bring the child so that we perform some rituals for the child, so that the child will continue to grow well or have favor. But you people refuse to do it. So for that matter, when as the child is continue growing, and you people refuse to bring the child for this that rituals or that sacrifice or that rituals, the spirit will begin to torment the child, and for that matter, it will spread into the family. That is how it works. That is how it works. There are some people too. You are living with a woman, or you are living with a lady, and you people had a let me put it this way. A woman from my family, a woman from my family got pregnant, and she was dating two men. She loved one man than the second one that she met, and the one that she's living with right now, she really loves that man, but because of hardship, she need money for some certain things. She began to date a different guy aside, and she got married with um, that side chick, and they no, she doesn't got married, but they had sex and then give birth to a child. And that woman gave the pregnancy to that different man, which he is not responsible for the pregnancy. So for that matter, put it in mind in that, for that matter, you have given someone child to someone to take care of. It's a form of curse, because the child does not belong to that man, and you have forced that man to take care of that child. Whilst you know, this is one of the things that have been happening in most of the in marriage, that people are not taking care of. It will become a curse, because That pregnancy does not belong to that man, and you are giving to that man to take care of that pregnancy, taking care of that child that you know that the child does not belong to that man, and that man is taking care of the child. It will become a curse into the family. Another point that you need to know, or things that bring generational curse, is that there are some people, they have sex with their family members. They will have sex with their family members. If someone is from your family and that person has sex with a family member, it has been happening almost. It has been happening continuously. Some people even have sex with their daughters. Yeah, it is a curse. And that curse, if you don't take care, no ritual can break it unless a strong ritual is being done before you people can rescue yourself, or you people can set yourself free from that kind of rituals. Either than that, that kind of curse will continue to torment the family. Having sex with your family member, no, that curse will continue to spread in the family, because if the necessities or the rituals supposed to be done are not made, forget, that spirit will continue to torment the family members. There are some people too, they will be having sex with someone in a river, in a riverside, in a bush. Let me tell you something. That particular moment, you don't know the spirit over there having sex with someone near a river. That spirit in the river will torment those two people. If you people don't do anything, if people don't do anything to cleanse yourself, to compensate that spirit, I'm telling you the fact that the spirit from that river to continue to torment those two people. So when that spirit, you didn't do the rituals for that river, and that spirit comes to the family, that spirit begin to become a familiar spirit and begin to torment all the family members. And for that matter, if you don't continue to do the spiritual things or what is supposed to be done, so the thing will remain there. This is how most of the ways that generational curses came into our life. So for you to set yourself free, you need to do the necessary things. Either than that, no matter where you reach in life, that generational curse will drag you backwards. Most of the generational curse, death, sickness, barrenness, lack of favor, a whole lot. So get to know yours and know how to set yourself free. I love you so much. See you next time. I'll be back with you with another episode. Continue to subscribe to this channel, and I have a lot of things to share with you. See you next time.